Sometimes it's not about how much effort you've put in, it's about how it feels. You could be dressed just right, hair brushed, maybe even a favorite shade of lipstick, and yet, something's missing. It's not about age or fashion or trying to be someone you're not. It's that little feeling in the mirror that says, I don't look bad, but I don't quite feel like me either. If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. In fact, most women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s know exactly what I'm talking about. That quiet gap between I'm ready and I feel beautiful. And let me tell you something right now. You don't need a closet full of new clothes or a magic number on the scale. What you need are just a few thoughtful touches. Simple, timeless accessories that quietly change how you feel in what you already own. There are 8 of them. And once you know what they are, you'll start to notice a quiet kind of confidence coming back. The kind that doesn't try hard, but somehow says everything. Before we begin, I'd love to know from which city you're watching from. Drop in the comments below, and hit the subscribe button for more valuable insights and tips. Now let's start with the very first touch of timeless elegance. The watch. Now I know what you might be thinking. Why would I wear a watch when I have a phone in my purse? And you're right. These days, we check the time on our screens more than anything else. But here's something you may not have thought about. A watch isn't really about telling time anymore. It's about telling your story. A well-chosen watch is a quiet sign of self-respect. It says, I care about the details, even if no one else notices. That feeling when you glance at your wrist and see something simple, elegant, and thoughtfully chosen, it shifts how you carry yourself. And that's something no phone can do. It doesn't need to be flashy, actually, it shouldn't be. You're not here to dazzle the room. You're here to feel put together. A slim leather strap in a warm camel or soft brown, or a delicate metal bracelet in silver, gold, or rose gold. That's all you need. Clean, classic lines. Nothing oversized. Nothing with too many buttons or dials. Just something that feels quietly you. And here's the lovely part. There are beautiful options out there for every budget. You don't need a designer label. What matters is that the watch feels good on your wrist and fits into your life naturally. Like it was always meant to be there. Take a moment, if you like, to peek inside your jewelry box. Maybe there's a watch in there you haven't worn in years. One that still has your history wrapped around it. Or maybe it's time to find a new one. Something that feels like who you are today. Because a watch doesn't just mark time, it honors it. All the years you've lived, the moments you've made, and the grace you now carry. Now let's talk about something small but surprisingly powerful: sunglasses. You might already have a pair tucked in your purse or in the car, but here's the thing. Most people think of sunglasses as just something to block the sun. What they don't realize is that the right pair of sunglasses can instantly change how you feel walking out the door. They do more than protect your eyes. They frame your face. They give you a quiet confidence. You know that feeling when you step out into the sunlight, put them on, and suddenly you feel finished, polished, even a bit mysterious? That's not an accident. That's style working with you. Now, the trick is choosing a shape that flatters your face. You don't need to follow trends or try something wild. Cat-eye frames can lift your features gently. Aviators bring in that cool, classic edge. Wayfarers? Always timeless. What matters is how they make you feel when you look in the mirror. Do they add something subtle? Do they feel like you? Stick with neutral tones: black, tortoiseshell, soft gold. These won't go out of style and will go with everything. And a little pro tip: take care of them. Not just the lenses, but how you carry them. Get a nice case. Clean them now and then. It's a small gesture that says, I value myself enough to treat my things with care. And no, you don't have to wait for a vacation to wear them. Slip them on during a morning walk, a trip to the grocery store, or a casual coffee run. It's not about where you're going. It's about how you feel while getting there. Sunglasses don't shout. They suggest. And sometimes that's all it takes. And now we're going to talk about something truly timeless: the silk scarf. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Scarves? Aren't those for fancy women or cold days? But hear me out. A silk scarf isn't about being fancy. It's about adding grace without saying a word. This little square of fabric, light, soft, and elegant, has the power to completely transform how you feel in your clothes. You can wear the most basic top, maybe just a white blouse or a simple sweater, and the moment you tie on a silk scarf, everything changes. There's a softness, a flow, a little touch of charm that wasn't there before. And here's what makes it even more special. It's endlessly versatile. You can tie it gently around your neck for that subtle Parisian feel. You can wrap it in your hair like a headband when you're having a no time to style kind of day. Loop it around the handle of your handbag. Even let it hang loose with a blazer, it just works. You don't need a whole collection. Just one or two that really feel like you. Maybe a soft floral, a classic stripe, or a color that lifts your mood. Taupe, ivory, navy. Even a dusty pink or teal can bring new life to old outfits. And here's something tender. Scarves carry memories. Maybe one reminds you of someone you loved. Or maybe you're ready to create new memories with a scarf that's entirely yours. The best part? You don't have to be a fashion expert. Learn a couple of easy ways to tie it, and soon it'll become second nature. Not for fashion, but for you. For how you carry yourself. For how you move through the world with quiet elegance. Let's talk about something that's more than just useful, it's personal. The handbag. You already know the feeling of grabbing your bag before heading out. But have you ever noticed how the right handbag doesn't just carry your things? It carries you, your presence, your energy, your sense of self. And for women like us, it's not about chasing trends or showing off. It's about choosing something that feels grounded, graceful, and well-made. A soft leather bag with clean lines. Not too big, not overloaded with zippers or shiny logos. Just simple, structured, and beautiful. A great handbag doesn't shout. It whispers confidence. Whether you're in jeans and a tee or heading out in a tailored coat, a quality leather handbag adds that final polish. It says, I take care of the things I use, and I take care of me too. Now don't think you need to go out and spend hundreds. That's not what elegance is about. It's about craftsmanship, not cost. There are beautiful options at every price. What matters is that it feels right in your hands. Strong, soft, intentional. And if you care for it well, store it properly, wipe it down, let the leather age. It becomes part of your story. Maybe even something your daughter or granddaughter notices and says, that bag always reminded me of you. It doesn't have to be many, just one, maybe two that you really love. And when you carry it, you'll feel it, not just in how it completes your outfit, but in how it lifts your whole presence. And then there's that touch of timeless grace, pearls. Not flashy, not trendy, just quietly powerful. Pearls don't try to impress anyone. They don't need to. They sit softly around your neck or rest on your ears, and somehow they say everything that matters. I've lived, I've learned, and I still shine. There's something deeply emotional about wearing pearls. Maybe you remember your mother's strand. Maybe you bought a pair once and tucked them away, unsure how to wear them again. But the truth is, pearls aren't old-fashioned, they're enduring. They don't age. They evolve just like you. You don't need real or rare ones either. A beautiful cultured or high-quality faux strand can still glow with the same quiet elegance. It's not about price, it's about how it feels on you. How it lifts a simple outfit. How it reminds you of the woman you are. And the versatility? A single strand with a blouse. Doubled over a turtleneck, even wrapped around your wrist like a bracelet. They adapt, just like we've had to over and over again. So maybe today is the day to pull out that necklace you forgot about, or start fresh with one that speaks to who you are now. Because pearls don't just complete a look. They remind you that your beauty, your presence, your worth, it's all still there. Get ready, because the next accessory might just surprise you, and maybe even steal your heart. When I say brooch, I know you might picture something your grandmother wore, maybe pinned on an old cardigan or tucked away in a jewelry box smelling of powder and memories. But here's the thing. Brooches are quietly making a comeback, and once you see what they can do, you might never think of them the same way again. A brooch is like the perfect little punctuation mark at the end of a sentence. It's not something you have to wear, but wow, does it make a difference. Worn just right, it draws the eye, adds a sparkle, a touch of softness, or some boldness. Whatever fits your style. And best of all, it tells a story. Pick one that feels like you. A delicate flower, a bold shape, or maybe something personal, like a little bird that reminds you of someone special. You can pin it on a blazer lapel, the shoulder of a dress, fasten a scarf, or even decorate your handbag. Feeling adventurous? Try clustering a few together or mix metals like gold and silver. It's surprisingly chic when done with care. The brooch isn't just a vintage piece anymore. It's elegance with character, history, and purpose, all yours to reinvent. Maybe you have one hiding in your jewelry box, waiting to be rediscovered. Or perhaps it's time to find one that reflects the woman you are today. Graceful, quietly bold, and full of stories. Because a brooch, my friend, is so much more than decoration. It's your story worn with pride. Now, moving on to another timeless piece, one small but full of quiet charm. A gold or silver bracelet catches the light as you move, adding a soft shimmer that feels like a gentle reminder of elegance. It may seem simple, almost forgettable, but when you choose it well, it becomes one of the most graceful finishing touches. Imagine sipping your morning coffee, your wrist resting gently on the table, a delicate chain glinting in the sunlight. No words are spoken, but people notice. A fine bracelet adds that subtle touch of luxury, like the final brushstroke on a painting. The key is in picking clean, classic designs. Skip the chunky or flashy stuff. Think slender gold bangles, soft silver chains, or pieces with a tiny pearl or gemstone. And you don't need solid gold or silver. Many plated options today look just as elegant and hold up beautifully if you care for them gently. When paired with matching earrings, the look feels balanced, creating a harmony people might not even consciously notice, but they feel it. These little details aren't about showing off. They're about appreciating the quiet joy of well-chosen things. You've lived enough to know beauty doesn't have to shout. It just needs to shine softly. So take a moment, open your jewelry drawer. Do you have a bracelet waiting for you to fall in love with again? Or maybe it's time to treat yourself to one that suits who you are now, strong, gentle, and refined. Last but not least, the leather belt. It might seem practical at first, but it's so much more than that. A good leather belt frames your figure and pulls your whole outfit together with quiet style. Think of it as the frame around a painting. Without it, the picture is still there, but with it, there's polish and presence. Choose a soft, genuine leather belt in neutral colors like black, rich brown, or classic tan, colors that work with almost everything in your closet. The buckle should be simple and refined, not too flashy or big. A slim gold or silver buckle adds just the right touch without stealing the show. The width matters too. Thin belts look great with dresses or cardigans, while a medium width is perfect for trousers or high-waisted jeans. For a little flair, try cinching a belt over a blazer or long sweater. It turns layering into an intentional, stylish statement. Take care of your belt like a fine accessory. Store it flat or rolled, keep it dry, and let the leather age beautifully, just like you. A great belt doesn't demand attention. It supports you quietly, confidently, and elegantly. So next time your outfit feels a bit loose or unfinished, reach for your leather belt and feel how it pulls everything together, inside and out. Now that we've talked about these beautiful accessories, it's important to remember this isn't about changing who you are or trying to become someone new. It's about revealing the woman you've always been underneath. The one who carries grace, wisdom, and quiet power in every step. These little details aren't just things you put on. They're expressions of your story, your journey, and your style that has grown richer with time. Each piece, from the brooch to the bracelet to the belt, isn't about loud statements or chasing trends. Instead, they're gentle whispers of elegance and intention, reminders of your strength and beauty that doesn't fade but deepens. You don't have to try hard to be seen or admired. The right details do that quietly, naturally. So take a moment and think, which of these accessories felt like a true reflection of you? Which one felt like it was waiting there all along, just ready to be noticed again? Maybe one brought a little spark of joy or a new sense of confidence this week. I'd love to hear about it. Your story matters, and sharing it can inspire others too. If you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for the next part, where I'll show you how to style these pieces for different occasions. From a relaxed Sunday brunch to an elegant evening out, from travel days to cozy mornings at home. Together, we'll create effortless looks that feel authentic and make you shine without trying too hard. Remember, this isn't about becoming someone else. It's about rediscovering and celebrating the woman you already are. The one who deserves to shine softly, sincerely, and unapologetically. You don't need permission or loud words to be beautiful. You just need the right little details, and now you have them.